Hey everyone, Tony Fan here with CompetitionX, and today we're going to be unboxing the 0.2 version of Tekno's newest 1/10 scale 4-wheel drive competition electric Truggy, or stadium truck, the ET410.2. Okay, so the 0.2 version of this vehicle is basically all the upgrades the team guys have gone through and said, hey look, it should do this, it can do this, we should have this, and put it into the new version of the truck. The side of the box has a list of all the new stuff that have included in this truck, so let's go over that real quick. CNC 775 long-arm chassis, new larger 3.5mm hinge pins and revised hinge pin inserts, or the hinge pin pills. New HD hinge pin braces with revised suspension geometry. New taller, stronger one-piece wing mount with adjustable height adjustments, so you can raise the rear wing. New aluminum front and rear camber plates with bulkhead brace. 13mm big bore shocks with revised standoffs and cap bushings, nice. New 18-degree LRC spindle carriers, new spindles with adjustable Ackerman plates, that's nice. New adjustable roll center rear hubs, new rear arms with front-mounted shocks, so basically instead of mounting the shocks on the back side of the arm, they mounted it on the front side of the arm. They did the same update to the new EB410.2. Helps the buggy kind of rotate a little bit better, so that's a good thing for this. Where are we? Stronger HD out drives and diff couplers, and optimized reverse bell crank steering system. Now the box is going to contain everything I think you need to build the truck. You're still going to need electronics, you're still going to need a radio system, battery charger, tires. I think, let me see, if you're going to need, you need a pinion, and you're probably going to need paint. I don't know if it has wheels in it, and it doesn't say you need wheels. Oh yeah, it does say you need wheels. So you're going to have new wheels, or you have to supply your own wheels as well. The body is probably going to be the same body that they used on the 0.1 version. It's the same thing they did with the buggy. So if you have a freshly painted body like I did, I just basically pulled it off the 0.1 and put it on the 0.2. I have the same thing that I can do with this. That'd be nice. I don't have to have another body painted. I'll just have a spare just in case. So that's that. All right, let's get inside this box and see what it comes with. Okay, so there she is, the ET410.2. So let's remove the outer sleeve here. And of course, like all Tekno vehicles, you have a nice box. We've already removed the safety seal, so let's get inside. All right, first thing we're gonna have is the body. And it does look to be the same as the original body, as the 0.1. So that'll be nice for me, because I can basically just take the one off the 0.1 and put it on the 0.2, and then have a spare here that I can get painted up at a later time, or in case, I beat the heck out of the other one and get this one painted up. There's that. Okay, we're just going to jump right into the first bag here. The first bag is going to have all of your fluids, 450, 15K for the diffs, 30K, probably for the, potentially the diffs, 450 for the shocks, and then we have thread lock and black grease. Always good to have lots of those. We got the rear wing. We also have the battery hold down. I'm not sure what this guy is. Oh, this may be the wing mount. The Velcro to hold the body on. And then if you don't want to use the Velcro, you can use the body clips. I'm just going to dive right into these bags here. So we have your, looks like your diff parts, or your center diff. All the satellite gears in there, the out drives. Bag A, perfect. Bag B, the front and rear diffs. They use metal ring gears for strength. All the metal satellite gears. They still use a plastic T part here. That's where all the satellite gears hook onto. That's plastic. All the O-rings and shims and everything in there. And we have, looks like the bulkhead. It's probably the, let's see the angle. The angle of that makes me think that's the front bulkhead. Bearings. Bulkhead cap. And then this is the rear. This bulkhead is straight, so that's probably the rear bulkhead. All the ring gears in there too. Or the pinion gear, right there. All the bearings. Then we got your suspension arms. These look like they could be the front or the rear, I guess. Aluminum arm mounts, hinge pins, all the different pills. I like that they give you a bunch of these. That way you can change these out whenever you need to. You can put the same pills on the front or back if you ever choose to. And then here is these look like the front arms here. And a roll bar, aluminum arm mounts. Yeah, I don't think this had an anti-roll bar in this one. Oh yeah, it did. Anti-roll bar in there too, so you get front and rear anti-roll bars. And then this looks like it's the rear hubs, wing mounts, rear shock tower. Man, that's thick shock tower. Look at that thing. That's a thick shock tower. Bearings. So that is in the first bag there. Nice. All right. Second bag. I don't want to cut open any of the individual bags yet. All right, we'll just start grabbing some bags here. So this looks like the wing mount. Oh no, I don't know what those are. Those may be the wing mounts. 1 millimeter. Raise it up 1 millimeter. Yep. Wing mounts. Springs and shocks. I love that this thing uses some monster shocks. I mean, look at those springs. Those are some massive springs. Those are like 8-scale springs. Shock parts, pistons, O-rings. Those are probably the rear because these are the front. These look shorter. So these are the front shocks. Pistons, O-rings, aluminum bodies that have that are threaded aluminum bodies. Very nice. Steering parts. You have your steering arms, your knuckles there, and then there's the adjustable camber or the adjustable plates that go steering plates that go on the arms here. It's like the front. These are the dog bones, or the CVDs or CVAs or whatever you want to call them. Bearings. Very nice. This looks like the front steering brace, or maybe the rear steering brace. I think that's the front. There's 2 braces in there, so probably a front and a back. Aluminum motor mount. Center diff mount, plastic, and there should be it probably hooks into this. So yeah, this is the motor mount / center diff. It uses these slides here. You put the bearing in there, you put the diff in there, and it slides into position in these. So when you want to do any kind of maintenance, you basically pull the cap off and slide the diff right out. It's very easy to maintain the diffs on this vehicle. Chassis brace here, and drive line that goes from the center diff out to the front and rear diffs. And I also like these two. This is like the center chassis brace, but it also has hooks here for the motor wires. They clip into those things there, or maybe these are the battery wires, but they clip into these here, so it kind of keeps them looking nice. It kind of keeps them squared away. It's very good idea. And then we got the front shock tower again. How thick that thing is. Might be kind of hard to see in here, but I mean that's thick. Shock tower, body mounts, lots of hardware. Looks like the steering plate. And then we have the servo mount. It comes with 2 servo mounts. Basically, if you want to use a tall servo, you use this one. If you want to use a low profile servo, you use this one. Kind of cool the way that they give you both. Battery mounts. This is the slide for the motor. Servo arms, and then a black antenna. Keep it all together. And then finally, if I can get it out of the box, the massive chassis. That is a big piece of aluminum. And then of course it's all milled out to keep it light, hard anodized. It's got a little bit of kick up in the front here, which is weird. When you look at this, you would think this is the front, this is the rear because of the design. But on Tekno's cars, it's kind of backwards. They put the wide front and then they narrow it to the rear. So it's kind of interesting. I do like it. I like the pockets that are done for the diffs too. It'll keep them as low as possible. And then finally, sorry for the moving camera, we have the instructions. I'm going to cut these open real quick. Because window masks. Decal sheet, decals. Look at that interesting little guy there. They give you 2 different grills. And then the instruction manual. Basically goes through, I love their instruction manuals. I love the color. I don't know why that makes a big difference, but it just looks a little more sharp, a little more clean. It takes you through all of the steps. Gives you one-to-ones of all the parts here. And they usually do, let me see if I can see, they usually give you a blow-up of the entire step, and then they go through and do each step individually. So you kind of get an idea of where everything goes prior to trying to put it together. So that is helpful at times. Give you some idea on the pills, how they work. Camber lengths, 1-to-1. Or steering links, or any links, but they're 1-to-1, so you can just build them and put them on there, measure, put them on there, make sure they're right. Building the shocks. Fan mount. No fan included, so you gotta supply your own fan. I think I have one on my ET410.1, so I can just drop it right in. Again, I'm gonna basically use all the electronics that I'm using in my version 1. There's the wing mount, changing the option to changing the wing mounts, the height, and painting and putting the Velcro, battery installation, and then a lot of tuning and setup stuff in the back. And there you go. Stock setup, box stock, and then they give you a setup sheet to make your own. I think you could probably get a setup sheet from their site as well, editable PDF that you can put your own setups on. There's that. So in addition to the ET410.2, Tekno also sent along a slew of goodies to add to the build. We've got a carbon fiber battery strap, carbon fiber receiver tray, carbon fiber steering top plate, and an aluminum Ackerman plate. Replaces the plastic piece. Now these two I think are going to have the most usefulness other than just being cool in carbon fiber. The center diff top plate. This replaces the plastic center diff cap. It also includes provisions for a top-mounted fan. So if you don't want to cut a hole in the side of your body to use the side-mounted fan, this is a great option for you. And then an aluminum servo horn. I'm going to be honest, with the ET410.1, I went through 3 plastic ones before I put on the aluminum one. Now, I'm not saying that the plastic ones are junk or the plastic ones are weak. They are pretty thick, they're pretty beefy, but this vehicle uses tires that are sticky, that are big, and that stick out a long way from the vehicle. So if you're coming on a straightaway, you're coming over a jump, and you're catching that tire on something, it's going to jerk the steering. It's just what happens. So an aluminum servo horn is probably your first upgrade you should do for this truck or any kind of vehicle that has big tires outside the body like that. And there you have it, the unboxing of the Tekno ET410.2. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon to be notified of future videos. We're going to be doing a full online build of this vehicle, a video build of this vehicle from bag A to completion. So please make sure you stay tuned for that if you're interested in seeing how this truck goes together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.